What if you could take any successful YouTube channel, any niche, any style, any format, and use it as the blueprint for building your own channel from scratch? Not copy it, not steal from it. Model the structure, the tone, the pacing, and the visual style, and then create completely original content that fits that same winning formula. That is exactly what Claude Code makes possible right now. And the best part is, you do not need to know how to code. You do not need expensive tools, and the whole setup takes minutes. In this video, I am going to walk you through the entire process, from picking your channel to having a full script, image prompts, video animations, and thumbnails, all generated and ready to use. Before we get into the steps, let us talk about why this method is so effective, because understanding the logic behind it makes every step easier to follow. Successful YouTube channels work because they have figured out a formula. The way they open their videos, the pacing of their scripts, the visual style, the kind of topics they cover, the tone they use to connect with their audience. All of that is a system that has been tested and refined over hundreds of videos. The channel you want to model has already done that work. They already know what their audience responds to. What Claude Code allows you to do is feed that existing system into an AI that understands content structure, and then use it to generate original content that follows the same proven pattern. You are not taking anything that belongs to someone else. You are learning from what works and applying those lessons to your own original ideas and stories. This is exactly what every successful creator has always done. They found channels they admired, understood why those channels worked, and built on those insights with their own voice. The first thing you need is a channel to model. Spend some time on YouTube browsing niches that interest you. Documentary channels, history content, true crime, educational storytelling, animated explainers. Any format that produces consistent views and has a clear visual and scripting style is a good candidate. Once you find a channel you like, look at several of their most watched videos. Pay attention to how they open, how they structure their stories, the length of their videos, and what their visuals look like. The more you understand about what makes that channel work before you start the process, the better your results will be. It also helps to find more than one channel in the same niche. 2 or 3 reference channels give Claude a clearer and more detailed picture of what the niche looks like, which produces more accurate and on-point outputs across every stage of the process. Download the Claude desktop application and sign into your account. Once you are inside the app, click on the menu in the top left corner. You will see several workspace options, including Chat, Cowork, and Code. For this process, you want to switch over to Claude Code, which is the version that gives you the extended output capacity and detailed generation capabilities you need for a project like this. Once you are inside Claude Code, you need to paste in a master prompt that sets the entire system up. This is a detailed prompt that essentially turns Claude into a content production engine. It tells Claude how to process channel references, extract style patterns, generate content, and guide you through each stage of building your channel. You can find this master prompt in the description of this video. Copy the whole thing, paste it into Claude Code, and send it. From that point, Claude takes over and starts guiding you through the process step by step, asking you exactly what it needs to move forward. The first thing Claude asks after receiving the master prompt is which channel you want to model. Type the channel name, and if you have the link, paste that in too. But do not stop there. Write a short description of the channel, the format, the niche, the visual style, what kind of stories they tell. The more context you give Claude, the sharper its understanding becomes. Then take screenshots from the channels you researched and add those to your message as well. Visuals of the channel content help Claude understand the aesthetic and presentation style in a way that text alone cannot capture. If you have screenshots from 2 or 3 channels in the same niche, include all of them. Claude will combine those references to build a detailed picture of the content style you are aiming for. Once Claude processes everything, it will start generating outputs for your channel name ideas, channel descriptions, logo, and banner generation prompts. All the branding groundwork comes out of this single stage. The next thing Claude needs is real script examples from the niche. These are called model scripts, and they are what Claude uses to understand the writing style, pacing, and structure of successful videos in your target area. Go to YouTube, find videos from your reference channels that have performed well, and open the transcript for each one. YouTube shows the full transcript of most videos in the description section. Copy everything and save it in a document. Doing this for at least 3 to 5 videos is better because the more examples Claude has, the more accurately it learns the pattern. Once you have your transcript saved in a PDF or document, upload it into Claude Code and let it know the file is attached. Claude reads through everything and begins building its understanding of how scripts in this niche are structured. From that point, it can generate new scripts that follow the same natural rhythm and flow as the content that is already working. Once Claude has processed your transcripts, ask it for video ideas. It will generate a batch of topic suggestions, usually around 15, that match the style and tone of your niche. Read through them and pick the one that feels strongest to you. Tell Claude which idea you want to develop, and it will give you a full breakdown of the video before writing a single word of the script. The target audience, the hook style, the structure, the tone, all mapped out so you can review it and make sure it matches your vision before committing. When you are happy with the overview, ask for the script. Include a word count in your request because the length of the script directly controls the length of your final video. Around 200 words equals roughly 1 minute of video content. A 2,000-word script gives you a 10-minute video. Scale up or down depending on what you are aiming for. Claude writes the full script following the same cadence and structure as the model scripts you provided. Read through it, make any adjustments you want, and save it somewhere safe. This is where the scale of what Claude Code can do becomes really clear. Once you have your script, upload a handful of screenshots showing the visual style you want for your channel, the look of the images, the lighting, the color palette, the character style. Claude studies those references and learns how to prompt image generation tools to produce that same aesthetic. Then ask Claude for image prompts for your script. It goes through the entire script, identifies every distinct scene, and generates a detailed image generation prompt for each one. For a standard 10-minute video, that can be well over 100 individual prompts, one for every moment of your video, all written and ready to use. Take those prompts into any image generation tool you have access to. Free options are available and work well for this workflow. For best results, upload a reference image alongside your first generation, and then use that generated image as a style reference for everything that follows. This keeps your visuals consistent throughout the entire video without having to manually adjust settings every single time. Once your images are generated, Claude can take things one step further by creating animation prompts for each scene. These are the prompts you use to turn your still images into short video clips, adding camera movement, subtle motion, and cinematic energy to each scene. Upload your generated images into a video generation tool, paste in the animation prompt Claude created for that specific scene, and generate your clip. Repeat that process for as many scenes as you want to animate. Not every niche requires full animation. Some content works perfectly with still images, so only do this step if it genuinely adds value to the style you are going for. The final production stage is creating your thumbnail. Upload 5 examples of thumbnails from the channels you have been studying. Claude analyzes the text placement, the color scheme, the silhouette style, the overall layout, and the visual hierarchy, and then generates thumbnail concepts specifically designed for your video. Pick the concept you like best, ask Claude for the full image generation prompt, and take that prompt into your image tool of choice with one of your sample thumbnails as a style reference. What comes out is a thumbnail that looks like it belongs in your niche and is ready to upload without any additional editing. At the end of this process, you have a complete content package: channel branding, a full original script, image prompts for every scene, animation clips, and a thumbnail. All of it generated through Claude Code using your channel references as the guiding framework. No coding, no expensive tools required to get started. Just a clear process followed step by step. Pick your niche this week. Find 2 or 3 channels you admire. Run through this workflow once and see what comes out. The first time takes the longest. After that, the whole process becomes faster and more natural with every video you produce. And in the next video, I am going to share the raw results of something I tried for a full week of AI dropshipping from complete scratch. What actually happened, what the numbers looked like, and whether it is worth your time. That is a video you do not want to miss. Click the next video, and I will see you there. If this gave you something valuable, leave a comment telling me the one thing you're committing to change about how you use AI. I want to hear it. And if you want to go even deeper, stick around. There's more where this came from.